just the place. Island Style Tile and Bath, they're my number one store for everything tile. And with their new In Living Color collection, you'll find the most gorgeous styles to give you that splash of Caribbean flair you're looking for.
That sounds perfect.
I'll even take you myself and throw in a free design consultation.
I'll never say no to that, sis. I can't afford you anyway.
Visit our Island Style showrooms in Castries, Rodney Bay, and View Fort, or call 450-452 or 453 Tile. We'll help bring your vision to life in living color.
Dream big, make it your own. Home Sweet gets you any style of home.
BOSL's Home Suite is the sweetest mortgage deal in St. Lucia. No payments for 3 months. A low interest rate of 4.75% for up to 30 years. Plus a further 0.25% discount with a solar PV loan. All with zero commitment fees. Grab your BOSL Home Suite mortgage today.
OSL.
Evolution. Drive the future today.
Saturday, November 15th, come to the Evolution Car Show and Trade Expo at Caribbean Cinemas Car Park from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Test drive EVs and hybrid vehicles, e-bikes and e-scooters. Learn about green energy solutions, fun and entertainment for the whole family. Evolution, presented by the Department of Infrastructure, Ports and Transport and Accela Marketing. Premium sponsors, Republic Bank and Beacon Insurance.
I am the INCIP. It's about me, my country, and my family. I am the INCIP. CIP is a brilliant plan. Investing must be one of us. I see the progress across the land, boy, of the citizenship. My investment program. I am the INCIP. It's about me. I am the INCIP. It's about me. I am the INCIP. It's about me. Our citizenship by investment program.
Sunday, November 30th on the Spirit of Carnival. Lion HD invites you to Life of Party Boat Ride. That's a life of party. Yo, yo, yo. Your DJs, Big Slug, Lion HD, DJ Changs, Cool Kid, Flame Kid, Selectors, Young, Quan, and MC Hino. Early bird tickets $80, regular $100. Contact 488-3888 or 714-4893. Life of Party Boat Ride. November 30th, 10 a.m. upon the Spirit of Carnival or Best Seraphim. $200 prize for the life of the party. Not of his mercy.
Last year, boy, problems to get shipment of tiles in time for Christmas. This year, Island Style has enough tiles in stock to cover the whole of St. Lucia. And with our Christmas sales starting now, every tile is on sale. Island Style has massive stock, the widest variety, and the very best sale prices on quality tiles and natural stone in St. Lucia. Great deals on beautiful bathroom faucets, vanities and fixtures, tiling tools and accessories. Don't fall for no gimmicks anywhere else. Island Style's annual Christmas sale is unbeatable. Tiles for miles, deals as far as the eye can see. Start your car, ride your bike, hop on a bus, and hurry down to Island Style Tile and Bath now. Castries, Rodney Bay, and Viewfo. Check Facebook for more details.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsissimo, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsissimo?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsissimo?
Boy, that Simos makes you score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsissimos? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsissimos is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Simos is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prague.
And that's what they say about Fruitsissimos. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsissimos, you know what they say.
Mango is making this summer cool again with its annual summer cool down sale. Enjoy same savings of up to 60% off and more on everything store-wide, including ladies' casual and work tops, work pants and skirts, ladies' long and three-quarter jeans, track pants and more, up to 60% off. Men's dry fit and regular t-shirts, sleeveless, polos and work shirts, up to 60% off. Men's sweaters and hoodies, work pants, long and three-quarter jeans, and ripped jeans, up to 60% off. Men's cargo and beach shorts, you guessed it, up to 60% off. It's the biggest summer cool-down sale of the year. Save 60% off and more at Mango now until stocks last. Sale starts September 28th.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Lettre, Stress-Free Lettre Wednesday for today, Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. I'm your host, Boo2, and we're not here for too long on the shout-out segment. Just about 3 minutes. Going to shout you all out quickly, then get straight into the letter. How are Luke? And I didn't forget today. Good afternoon to you, Luke and Taylor Wick. I didn't forget today. We just had a late start today, but I'm here. All right, saying good afternoon to the official usher of Lettre, our partner, £1 Hippolyte, and he says, Team RCI, we say, hey, let me call out the rest. Roche Mark, John Evans, good afternoon to you. Alina Tobier, Shakira Constantine, Zara, Blackman Okulian, Kelvin Charles, Della, Diesel, Val, Mazoon, Philip, Stephanie, Pierre. Yeah, Dudu Darling, Mara, Imara, Luke, and good afternoon to you again. Amanda Charles, Sugar, Dindins, William, and of course, Northwest, always locked in. Winsbert, Mark, Josh, TK, Isaac, and Yellow, triple locked, my brothers. Good afternoon to you. Yes, Kelvin, big up. Team RCI, hey, Sugar, Dindins, William. Yeah, folks, we're going to go straight into the break in a bit and then get right back into the Lettre for today. Yeah, how you folks doing? Did you miss me? Tanya is here in an effort to not distract Lorenzo and Gripper. She decided to not be in the studio. Right. Reminding folks that Lettre is brought to you by our friends over at Fruitsy CMOS. You know what they say. And of course, in just about a minute. Good afternoon to all the bus drivers around the island. Our hospital workers. Hey, the folks over at the George Odlum Stadium operating as a St. Jude Hospital. Pretty soon. In coming days, folks, the staff over there are going to be in a brand new building. Say good afternoon to all healthcare professionals around the island. All our financial institutions. Parents and picking up their children from school right now. Good afternoon to you. We'll be right back.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS?
Boy, that CMOS makes you score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsy CMOS? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsy CMOS is full of natural goodness your body needs. CMOS is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. CMOS is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruitsy CMOS. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsy CMOS, you know what they say.
U.S. Polo Association is celebrating 15 years in St. Lucia. Our anniversary sale is here with amazing savings for men, ladies, and kids. Shop polos, denims, dresses, shoes, and more. All at the prices you love. Celebrate with us at U.S. Polo Association, Baywalk Mall, and Castries stores and enjoy authentic style for the entire family. 2 stores, 1 iconic brand, and 15 years of fashion you love. The celebration starts October 15th only at U.S. Polo Association. Live authentically.
Don't get stuck when you're ready to go. Hit the road with confidence with the all-new enhanced Maximo maintenance-free battery from Automotive Art. This latest model of Maximo batteries was built and tested to thrive in tropical climates and rugged terrain with up to 2 years warranty, so you can count on increased reliability, power, and overall performance. Don't settle. Choose the best. Choose Maximo maintenance-free battery, distributed exclusively by Automotive Art. Free window wash with every purchase of 1 Maximo battery. Terms and conditions apply.
Lucians! It's that time of the year. Felicia's birthday brunch. The Glow Transition Edition. Kicking off with a joyful brunch vibe into an electrifying neon night glow. It's a full day celebration you don't want to miss. All happening Sunday, November 16th from 2 p.m. till 10 p.m. at the KT Gardens. Dress code is white and neon. Classic by day and glow by night. Featuring entertainment from the top DJs and artists. Felicia's birthday brunch. Glow Transition Edition. On Sunday, November 16th, 2 p.m. till 10 p.m. at KT Gardens. Come eat, sip, dance, and glow in true lychee style. Get your super early bird tickets now for only $100. Early bird is $130 and regular $150. Brunch bites are included. Tickets also available at the Cell in Castries and Rodney Bay and at the DJ Outlet store. It's Lychee's birthday brunch, the Glow Transition Edition. Sunday, November 16th, 2 p.m. till 10 p.m. at KT Gardens. Put on your white and neon and come out for a big celebration. Powered by Backing Up Brunch.
Tous les jours, femmes cette ici qui travaille tout ça yo pay pour famille yo, commune yo, et puis pour achieve web yo. Malgré ça, cancer tété qu'a demandé trop la vie. Actuellement, cette ici qui a fait l'histoire. Pour première fois au pays, nous une technologie qui bien moderne pour examiner tété, ça veut dire 3D mammography. Banque mondiale pour tirer nous et puis cadeau ça là. Passeport programme secteur santé. Ces machines ça là c'est yogo démarche qui a poussé d'ouvrir bonne santé pour tout le monde. Et puis service ça là c'est pour rien. Ça c'est universal health coverage. Femme qui a l'année de l'âge et puis ça qui plus grand et puis ça qui plus jeune. Si vous avez grand danger, ça joint service ça là qui a sauvé la vie. Place pour sortir comme nous, ça veut dire wellness center, c'est premier pas. Visitez place sortir comme nous pour vous renvoyer. Identifiez bonnet et sauver la vie. Examination mammogramme par écouter ou dessous. Sortir pour tout le monde.
Mango is making this summer cool again with this annual summer cool down sale. Enjoy savings of up to 60% off and more on everything store-wide, including ladies' casual and work tops, work pants and skirts, ladies' long and three-quarter jeans, track pants and more, up to 60% off. Men's dry fit and regular t-shirts, sleeveless, polos and work shirts, up to 60% off. Men's sweaters and hoodies, work pants, long and three-quarter jeans, and ripped jeans, up to 60% off. Men's cargo and beach shorts, you guessed it, up to 60% off. It's the biggest summer cool down sale of the year. Save 60% off and more at Mango now until stocks last. Sale starts September 28th.
St. Lucie est sous Paris pour les 4e l'année Jimmy's là, puis Tourist Board St. Lucie. À présent, c'est un bon temps pour reconnaître c'est ça qui est plus bon en industrie touriste là. Nomination ouverte à présent, jusqu'à le 29 décembre 2025. Pas allez stlucia.org/Jimmy's et nominez Jordia Jimmy's 2025 la haute excellence.
We're back. We are back with Lettre for today, Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. I'm your host. All right. Wishing Fika a happy belated birthday greetings. It's not a happy belated birthday, my brother. It's a belated happy birthday. My brother Tafari, his daughter Fika, belated birthday greetings to you. All right. Mark Shalmine, Team RCI. Hey. Rochelle Regis. Hey, RCI. Good afternoon to you, my dear. John Evans. Good afternoon to you. All right. You ready for the letter? Are you ready for the letter? Let's get right into it. No randomizer today. We're just going straight into the letter. Remember I told you last week what that letter was about? I gave you a briefing. Well, let's get into that letter now. Dear Lettre, I hope you're doing well. I'm reaching out because I'm carrying a heavy burden and I truly need your advice and perspective. Some time ago, I became involved in a relationship that I am not proud of with someone who was married. During a meeting at a hotel, the person I was with suffered a sudden medical emergency and passed away. In a moment of fear, shock, and panic, I made a terrible decision. I left the scene without reporting what had happened. I later learned that the cause of death was ruled as a medical condition and the authorities did not pursue the matter further. The story has since been covered by the media. I don't know if I ever do a story, so. While the identity of the other person has been revealed, the fact that I was there and who I am has never been made public. No one from law enforcement has contacted me, and my family, friends, and colleagues are unaware of my involvement. I have been living with overwhelming guilt, shame, and anxiety. I am struggling with whether I should share the truth with those close to me, knowing it could cause deep hurt and change their perception of me forever. At the same time, staying silent feels dishonest, and the weight of the secret is becoming unbearable. I'm deeply conflicted. Should I tell my family and close friends the truth? Or is it better to keep this to myself, since the matter has legally been closed and revealing it now would do more harm than good? I am not looking for judgment, only sincere guidance. I value your wisdom and I trust your honesty. Thank you for taking the time to read this. I would appreciate any thoughts you can share. I will read that letter one more time. It says, Dear Lettre, I hope you're doing well. I'm reaching out because I'm carrying a heavy burden and I truly need your advice and perspective. Some time ago, I became involved in a relationship that I am not proud of with someone who was married. During a meeting at a hotel, the person I was with suffered a sudden medical emergency and passed away. In a moment of fear, shock, and panic, I made a terrible decision. I left the scene without reporting what had happened. I later learned that the cause of death was ruled as a medical condition and the authorities did not pursue the matter further. The story has since been covered by the media. While the identity of the person has been revealed, the fact that I was there and who I am has never been made public. No one from law enforcement has contacted me, and my family, friends, and colleagues are unaware of my involvement. I have been living with overwhelming guilt, shame, and anxiety. I am struggling with whether I should share the truth with those close to me, knowing it could cause deep hurt and change their perception of me forever. At the same time, staying silent feels dishonest, and the weight of the secret is becoming unbearable. I'm deeply conflicted. Should I tell my family and close friends the truth? Or is it better to keep this to myself, since the matter has legally been closed and revealing it now could do more harm than good? I am not looking for judgment, only sincere guidance. I value your wisdom and I trust your honesty. Thank you for taking the time to read this. I would appreciate any thoughts you can share. Remember, folks, you could call 4523046 or WhatsApp 7240008. And let's hear your thoughts. Let me check the WhatsApp first. Nothing yet on the WhatsApp. But let me see what our Facebook Live crew, our Facebook Live soldiers are saying. All right. So, £1 says, looks like it's you that killed a man and guilt killing you now. Death by sex. You're not sure if that's what happened. It is how the man die. Black man asking what position I killed him. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. All right, folks, right here, our lines are open for 523-046, 724-0008. And just to remind you of the situation once again, a woman, apparently, it looks like, a woman was with a man at a hotel, a married man that she was seeing. She's been seen undercover and under the covers. And she wanted our advice and perspective. She became involved with the man. She wasn't very proud of it. But during one of their escapades, their trysts at the hotel, something must have happened to him. He must have passed, and she feels guilty. Law enforcement, I guess the medical examiners, whoever deemed it, they deemed it a death, and what must have been natural causes or a medical emergency, whatever, a medical condition, and the authorities did not pursue it, but that person knows better. So I'm assuming that the medical condition may have been some heart or maybe a stroke issue. Just guessing here. So she's been living with that guilt. She did not say how long ago, so maybe we could track when that happened, if that happened here. But she didn't say how long ago, but she said it has been covered by the media since. While the dead person's identity was revealed, the fact that the person was there and who they are has never been revealed or made public. Not even their family and close friends know. So it appears that right now the guilt is eating at them. There's overwhelming guilt, shame, and anxiety. And they're struggling with whether they should share the truth with those close to them or, by staying silent feels like dishonesty. So they kind of caught in the middle of that there. Tanya says, what's that song again? If I die, I die. Blackman, Lucan says helicopter. Blackman says, my legal advice is to say absolutely nothing. My moral advice is to make peace with your God. That's a good way of putting it. Look at both perspectives. Blackman says the deadly meow coming to Solution Theater. Yeah, you. Kelvin says, Kelvin says a song once said, sit on my and if I die, I die. All right, we have a contributor says, afternoon, Lettre. Please let the person know that if she is feeling guilty, go talk to a priest and confess her sins. This will not bring the person back if she says the real story. It may just hurt her more if she tells the truth. Keep her mouth shut. Dead man tells no tales. And apparently not the front desk people or any other hotel worker either. Sim, good afternoon to you. She says the man popped a blue pill and had a heart attack. The positive side is he went happy. £1 says too much honey pack. There we have a call. The great Tafari. Let's take that. Good afternoon to you, my brother.
Yeah, where's Butu? Blessed.
Hi there, blessed you.
Okay, so honestly, what is going on? Whether at the time of his passing, they were engaged in sexual activities or not.
Yeah, she didn't.
Basically, she is not the first, and pretty sure she would not be the last to go through that.
Mhm.
You know, I think the guilt that she's feeling is the fact that she probably panicked and did not report it.
Mhm.
You know, because a lot of us is going to a lot of people say this and say that and going to laugh and stuff. But when you're in the situation, it's not a laughing matter.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of people tend to be very insensitive towards certain things.
Mhm.
You know, it's all fun and laughter when you're not involved.
Mhm.
You know, but honestly, it's not a laughing matter
It isn't.
because be, be, because a lot of people are hurt. You know, like I mean, when a loved one transition, we tend to feel we know we're not gonna see them, so people tend to miss people. So I think I understand the writer. Oh, I mean, I've never been in that position,
Mm.
but I kind of um sympathize and concur with her as well. That she probably, like I said, she probably just panicked, and now in panicking, because you see, anytime you panic, your brain end up trying to scramble to figure out what should I do.
Mhm.
What should I do? And but as we say, cool minds prevail. So after the when the smoke has cleared and everything, and then she figured, then she wonder, okay, like, should I have done this or should I have done it that way, and whatever.
Mhm.
And sometimes, like I said, if somebody had a medical condition, yes, sometimes the person could have had a heart attack. Um, a heart attack doesn't necessarily occur when someone is engaged in sexual activities.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people who have heart attack without engaging in any kind of sexual activities. You know, so really and truly, I I cannot tell I cannot tell people what to do, but it would be decent or humane if we don't take this for a laughing matter, because someone has passed in this incident,
Mhm.
and even the writer, is feeling some guilt,
Mhm.
because it doesn't I don't necess- I mean, I was not there, but I don't necessarily think that she may be the cause of it, if whether they was doing anything or not. So, but as to if she should come clean. The writer, if you're listening, if you feel to yourself that you want to say something, do so.
But
Say
but
something and explain your side of the story. You know,
but caller,
the
caller.
authorities already know that it is not foul play. They know he died from underlying
But here's the thing.
medical condition.
Here's the thing, caller. Just let me ask you this
Mhm.
though. Do you know that somewhere, depending on what really happened, somewhere within that constitutes a criminal offense? Because there's also under our criminal code the failure to render help. So if it was a matter where he may have been showing signs of a heart attack and she did not call 911 or seek to get assistance, because that could have saved him, you never know, depending on what the
Yes,
condition is. So that might be part of the not only the guilt, there's guilt, but there might be a fear as well of that being brought back to them. Police probably investigating that kind of thing.
very much so. And like I said, and like I said, she may have panicked because, like I said, sometimes when people panic, and the fact that she probably was with someone that she really had no business being with, so it's a very complex
Mm-hmm.
situation.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, hence the reason why I heard a lot of few of our listeners, making it into a joke, but it is not a joke. It is a very serious. I wish we would not take it for a joke. I mean, there's things we can laugh at, but I don't think this one should be a joke because the fact that a life was lost, that is, there's a saying, there's a saying, where they say crap will say what is joke for you is death for me. So like I said, this caller is in a very peculiar situation because she has to now deal with her conscience. And once your conscience is free, there's no way you can be free. So she is looking for a way to free her conscience, knowing that okay, it may be it may be okay, and sometimes it may be not okay. She may probably find herself in trouble because at the time she, like I said, she probably panicked and failed to call nine, because there's a lot of people don't like to deal with cops and courts and this and that, and then you have to deal with the relatives or the family of whoever it was, which and some people, no matter what you tell them, all they want to know is they just want to see you persecuted. Oh, like you're okay, you're the cause of it, you caused that. Say photo, you caused that, without. So it's a very complex, and that is why I said to the writer, if she feels within herself that she wants to say something, you know, even like, take for instance, sometimes you could, even if you end up in court, you could probably say, okay, if they find you guilty or they ask you how you plead, you could say you could say not guilty. You could say guilty with explanation. You could explain yourself. People know, okay, that sometimes people panic. People panic, and when you panic, you should know when somebody panic, their brain does not function properly once you're in panic mode.
I have a message for you as well. Well, go ahead, the panic mode. But I have a message for you from Black Man. He says, caller, live a little. No one here is laughing at the fact that he died. Some use laughter as a means to deal with uncomfortable conversations.
Yes, but I'm saying to the one who wrote that message, whether no matter let it not be a joke, because again, if it was there, even the one who just sent that message, I'm sure if it was probably his relative or his brother or father or somebody who passed away, I'm sure he would not laugh, or he wouldn't want anybody to laugh. I'm saying, let us not make it into a joke. This is not a joke. There's feelings, there's people lives who could be seriously impacted, by this. So I'm just saying. So to the caller, like I said, it's up to you. Follow your heart. If you think that you want to say something or you choose to remain quiet, that is right now the ball is in your court. You could choose to go. You could choose to take the left road or the right road. So it's up to you.
All right.
Have a blessed day.
You as well, my
Mhm.
brothers. Thank you very, very much for calling. I always love your
Mm.
contributions. All
Yeah,
right.
man. Give thanks.
All
Yes,
right.
I
All
bless
right.
it.
Take it easy. All right, folks. We heard from Tafire, and he gave his own perspective on the situation. What say you? What say you? We have another contributor from. He says, "Writer, consider you have told everyone, all Letla listeners, so you are no longer carrying that secret alone." Now, it seems Virgin like that story because she came in with a big high, Miguel. I want to know what you think about it. It happened to you already, man. That's your letter. You coming back? All right. We'll have Virgin Studio with us after the break. But let me read that contributor's comment again. It says, writer, consider you have told everyone, all Letla listeners, so you are no longer carrying that secret alone. Forgive yourself. Let go of this guilt. You were not in this affair alone. Your partner was part of it. Don't say a word of this to anyone. Also think of the person's family and loved ones. Coming forward now could bring up a lot of bad feelings and hurt for them. Just let it go. Not a word, not a word, not a word. You will be okay. So my all callers, all contributors are asking that person just remains quiet, right? And keep the truth and just lie. Keep it to themselves and just lie, right? Let me see. Sim says, no long talking. Young lady, take it to the Lord in prayer. You didn't make your head hurt. You, only God can judge. Well, we got that. Let me see. Sim says he's not the first man kicking the bucket during his happy moment. This is no need to be guilty. The man was super excited. Keep your head up and stay positive. Kevin asks if he's greedy. Let me see. Oh Lord, Blackman body. He said, imagine Buddy shouting, I'm C-word, and all along he's going to meet his creator. What a wow. Mrs. Zopabo, PS, Marbola. All right, folks, there's about 30 seconds left before we take a quick break and get back into Lettre for today, Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. It's brought to you by our friends over at Fruitsimos. You know what they say.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsimos, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsimos?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsimos?
Boy, that Simos makes you score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsimos? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsimos is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Simos is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruitsimos. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsimos, you know what they say.
Tired of sky-high bills and a planet on the brink? It's time to go green without burning your pockets. At First National Bank, we are here to make saving the planet affordable. Whether you're installing solar panels, purchasing a water tank, upgrading to an inverter AC, or buying a hybrid vehicle, we've got the green to help you go green. Fast approval, low interest rates, and Mother Nature approved. Your future self will thank you. Visit firstnationalbankonline.com or call 455-7000 for more information to help you turn your green dreams into clean realities. First National Bank, here for you.
Hansen is having our pre-Christmas sale from October 22nd in our Rodney Bray and Miku Street branches. This is your chance to get your hands on premium men's fashion. Shirts, jeans, shoes, accessories, all at unbeatable prices. This is your moment to upgrade your wardrobe before the Christmas rush. Sale starts October 22nd, up to 70% off store-wide. Only at Hansen, Rodney Bay, and Nico Street.
Every day, St. Lucian women give everything to their families, communities, and dreams. Yet breast cancer still claims too many lives. Now, St. Lucia is making history. For the first time, state-of-the-art 3D mammography is available right here at home. Donated by the World Bank through the Health Sector Support Program, these advanced machines are a major step forward in universal health coverage, and they're free. Women 40 and older or younger, if at risk, can access this life-saving service. Visit your local wellness center for a referral. Early detection saves lives. Free mammograms, universal coverage. Your wellness center is your first step.
U.S. Polo Association is celebrating 15 years in St. Lucia. Our anniversary sale is here with amazing savings for men, ladies, and kids. Shop polos, denims, dresses, shoes, and more. All at the prices you love. Celebrate with us at U.S. Polo Association, Baywalk Mall, and Castries stores and enjoy authentic style for the entire family. 2 stores, 1 iconic brand, and 15 years of fashion you love. The celebration starts October 15th only at U.S. Polo Association. Live authentic.
It's a golden black affair. Nostalgia. A Calypso Vintage Classic Concert. A celebration of St. Cecilia's Day, patron saint of musicians, featuring Lord Nelson. At 94 years young, this Calypso icon will take you on a journey through his timeless hits. Crowd favorites like this. Come experience the living legend live on stage Saturday, November 22nd, the Pavilion on Rodney Bay, 8:30 p.m. Nostalgia. Also performing National Icon, Lady Spice, Lord Jackson, T.C. Brown, Her Black, Educator, Ashanti, Lady Lynn, Haga, Mighty Terror, Papa Vader, surprise guest, and more. Backed up by Invasion Band with Brad, MC Izai Hall. Nostalgia. Tickets early bird $80, regular $100, $120 at the door. Available online for circlesticket.com. Steve's Barbershop, The Cell Outlets. Nostalgia. Proudly sponsored by Michelle's Electrical, Power 97.9 FM, Choice TV, Landmark, Calabash TV, Creative Arts Management Production Camp, Liberty Media, licensed by Echo. Dress to impress in gold and black and get ready. Because truly, let's have a good time.
Look on the brighter side. Caribbean LED lighting. Did you know lumens measure the brightness of a bulb? More lumens means brighter light. Caribbean LED lighting gives you longer lasting LED lighting that's even brighter. Caribbean LED lighting. Look on the brighter side.
Caribbean LED Lighting St. Lucia Incorporated, located on the ground floor of the Shoreline Building, Vidbutai Castries. Visit our showroom or call us at 452-9022 or 452-9021 for all your LED decorative and outdoor lighting solutions. Check out our webpage, www.caribbeanledlighting.com.
We're back with Lettre for today, Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. Say good afternoon to Kid Dada. How are you, baby girl? How are you doing? Good to see you on the live. Thank you for joining. And of course, we have someone who asked to read after the commercials, a regular contributor, but I told her only if she's calling today, not texting. So she has given her commitment that she will call if it's a topic she can speak on. Of course, it's a topic you can speak on. In fact, I did mention something earlier, and you may probably be able to provide advice from a legal perspective. All right. Before I read that letter again, Anissa says, young lady, take it to the Lord in prayer, honor him in private, forgive yourself, and work on you. The fact that nobody knows has brought no public shame and no harm to you. If you let people know now, it's going to be worse. There's a reason why you guys kept things a secret, so give yourself a grace. Blackman says, fellas, imagine you're doing the do and your girl asks if you want to see a secret. Then boom, she asks, okay, you know what? I'm going to leave that. And he said, hey, don't put out our secret. Oh, you told a born again shabbing is a weapon of destruction, so be careful. Born again shabbings, boy. Born again shabbings. That's anyway. All right, so let me read the letter one more time. The time is now 4:08 p.m. And it reads, Dear Lettre, I hope you're doing well. I'm reaching out because I'm carrying a heavy burden and I truly need your advice and perspective. Some time ago, I became involved in a relationship that I am not proud of with someone who was married. During a meeting at a hotel, the person I was with suffered a sudden medical emergency and passed away. In a moment of fear, shock, and panic, I made a terrible decision. I left the scene without reporting what had happened. I later learned that the cause of death was ruled as a medical condition and the authorities did not pursue the matter further. The story has since been covered by the media. While the identity of the other person has been revealed, the fact that I was there and who I am has never been made public. No one from law enforcement has contacted me, and my family, friends, and colleagues are unaware of my involvement. I have been living with overwhelming guilt, shame, and anxiety. I'm struggling with whether I should share the truth with those close to me. Sorry. 1 second. All right, yeah. I've been living with overwhelming guilt, shame, and anxiety. I am struggling with whether I should share the truth with those close to me, knowing it could cause deep hurt and change their perception of me forever. Oh, Lord. At the same time, staying silent feels dishonest, and the weight of the secret is becoming unbearable. I'm deeply conflicted. Should I tell my family and close friends the truth? Or is it better to keep this to myself since the matter has legally been closed and revealing it now could do more harm than good? I am not looking for judgment, only sincere guidance. I value your wisdom and I trust your honesty. Thank you for taking time to read this. I would appreciate any thoughts you can share. And they have been shared. Definitely, definitely. Mara, good afternoon to you. You forget Lettre. Good afternoon, good afternoon. All right. Someone says Sim Sim says condolences to the writer and the family of the victim. May he rest in eternal peace. Now you know it's funny. Sometimes the thought kind of crosses your mind when you hear these things. So sometimes you may hear thing about somebody, a man especially, who would have died during the act. And I'll tell you the truth. This letter came up there when I got it last week, and I was just thinking like these things happen to people for true. And I started thinking back about I'm not sure if you guys knew this news story. That would have been over 10 years ago. Must have been. A man was found in his vehicle, I think by the Shock Beach, naked on his own, dead. He had passed, but the fact that he was naked in the vehicle and he had passed, it still makes you wonder whether he was naked on his own or or unclothed with someone, and it may have been a situation that happened, and the person may have panicked as well and left. But I want to know, ladies, especially ladies, but guys, you can give your perspective too if you are a lady. But on a serious note, ladies on our live and our WhatsApp chat, and those who are going to be calling, what would you do if you were caught in that situation? I'm not talking about the writer's current situation now, in that they want to reveal that there's guilt and shame and that kind of thing. But let's talk about at the time the situation happened, whether you had been in the intimate act or not. What would you have done given the circumstances that the person is married and you apparently the outside person? Mara says maybe he was bussing, like I use that word. Anissa, she says, yes, I remember. Yes, I know, I'm not going mad. I think I know, I remember that. Mara says, since it's done with you, so since it's done with, you should try your best to let it go. Anissa says, I would call for help. Anissa, and remember the circumstances that you're the side person and wife, I know nothing, and you're in the vehicle doing your thing, and you know what could happen if that comes out. Would you still call for help? Would you really call for help? How would you panic? Would you call 911 and leave, or would you await their arrival? We have a call. Good afternoon, Letla.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Good evening.
My thing is, there is no reason for the writer to be guilty because she's not the first, she will not be the last, and it's happening all the time. You may not always hear about it, but it's out there. And there are always circumstances where the husband would die during the servicing calls or whatever we call it. Sometimes it's with the wife, sometimes it could be with the mistress. But the whole reason I think she's guilty is not about the fact that the man died or that she left. I think she's feeling guilty because of the fact that she was having this secret affair with the man and nobody around her knows about her and the man. That's what her guilt is all about. It's not about the fact that he passed away. She should now, you know what? Don't dwell on it because it already happened. It already happened. It's not like it's something that was intentional. It's not something that was planned. It just so happened to be that day that happened. It could be the man was overly excited and his heart couldn't take on the stress it was under. But sometimes you have to recognize too, the man could also be having some issues at home or somewhere else, and he's not enclosing those things to her. So she doesn't know what's happening in the man's mind. So there could be a mixture of both the chemical reaction of the happy of sexual act and also something that's stressing him out. So she don't know. There are things that we don't know. We cannot put our fingers as to what reason that caused that for the man to kick the bucket at the same time. She could not also judge the fact that because she was in the room and she ran, because again, if she was able to do CPR, maybe she could have saved the man. There are many things that could have happened, but the could have, would have does not count right now. But the whole fact of the matter remains that she has to put it to rest within herself and say, you know what? I had my moment with the man. He was a good man to me, and ask God for forgiveness and say to herself, you know what? It's something that she had, as they're saying, like cherish the moment that they shared together, in other words, and move on from there. And don't go telling your family about it. Don't go telling your friends about it. Keep it within yourself. And if it's hard for you to keep it within yourself, just pray. Just pray within yourself. Like lie on your bed and pray at night and ask God for forgiveness for the fact that you had this affair going with the married man. And,
All right.
there's nothing you can really do, in other words.
One pound agrees with you. He says, I agree with you, caller. But let me ask you, don't you think it's a lot much easier said than done when that's a traumatic situation? I could imagine someone dying, especially at a hotel, and then you have so many things to think about. You have to think about the person's death, then you have to think about being caught. Your family knowing the person's family. I think as much as we can say move on and forget about it, I can see how the guilt may be weighing on her. And
yes, because of the fact that she was having the affair. That's the whole thing that's killing her. It's not about the fact that the man died. You know what I mean? Because the whole reason is if people knew that she was with the man, then they would link her to the man being dead in the hotel. That's what it is. But the fact that nobody knows about that, that's what's bothering her. And the fact of the matter is, it was a secret between she and the man is not there to tell his tales. So why would she now go tell the tales? That's what I'm looking at.
I'm curious. After I read the letter the first time, and again reading it again, even hearing this and having this discussion, I'm still curious as to how she escaped the hotel. That's exactly without being seen.
Did she jump the banisters? Like how high was she in the room? That's what I want to know. There,
it has me wondering.
Because let's say, for example, people at the front desk would see you and the man walking in together, or whatever the case may be, unless she went first and the man came and meet her in the room afterwards. But still, there would be somebody's name underneath the check-in, right?
Of course, yes.
Was there supposed to be two people in the room, one person in the room? There are things that people should have been notified of at the front desk.
Yes.
So that makes you wonder, is the people at the hotel actually doing the investigation properly? Because they would have figured that there was somebody in the room with him at the time. You know what I mean? And again, how did she leave? Did she just lock the door behind her? Like, those are things that we will not know. And I don't think that we should go into that kind of questioning because of the fact that it's going to make her feel bad about the fact that she was there. And we don't want her to feel that way.
Well,
because
Mara
it
says
happened
she's
already.
Catwoman.
It happened already. All she has to do now is just, you cannot really tuck it in a book and throw it away kind of a thing. But it's something that she has to, within herself, forgive herself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And just say, you know what? It happened already. I learned from that mistake. I'm not gonna go delay for married man again because you don't want it to happen a second time.
You're right. You're very right. Anissa says before you go on, she says the biggest lesson we should take from this is find your own. And I'm not criticizing not criticizing her at all, but I'm just saying we need to be careful. And she does have a point.
Exactly. That could have been anybody. That could have been anybody happen to. You know what I mean? She cannot say that because of the judgment that's gonna come within her of the fact that he died during the time that she was there with him. Again, as I said, if she knew CPR, she maybe could have saved the man. But again, she doesn't have any. Maybe that's what she should investigate herself into. Put herself into a CPR course class. Therefore, in case of emergency, they actually can save somebody's life.
I
Do
was
that for the
gonna,
man.
I was gonna
That's what I'm
say,
saying.
I was gonna say, in case it happens again.
Oh, boy, dear, don't say that now.
No, just the way you, that's how when you were saying it to what she could do now. Before you said in honor of the bad, when you said what she should do now is take CPR classes. I was
Yeah, she should take CPR courses because next time she can save somebody else's life. That's what I'm saying.
Of course.
Here.
I know
In honor of
exactly
the
what
man,
you're saying.
She saved somebody else's life. And then the guilt that she's feeling right now is gonna be gone because at the end of the day, she's doing something good out of it. You know, she takes something positive out of it and become somebody to save people out there. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So because after she's guilty over the fact that she was having the affair, she feels bad about the fact that she couldn't save the man because she doesn't know CPR. You know what I mean? So those are things that we have to look at and don't always. We cannot judge her because we don't know what happened and how it happened. So we just have to go with the fact of what she's saying to us. And I don't think she should go tell anybody that because it's not somebody that you have to share. In other words, that's not something that's nice to be sharing around and say, oh, I did this and that happened. And da, 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 da. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something to be within yourself and forgive yourself and just, as I said, take a CPR course, learn something, learn to save a life. And that's it. That's all. Take it from there. Anyways, have a good evening.
You as
and
well.
Take care.
Thank you very much
Bye
for
for
a
now.
great contribution. Thank you. All right, that was another wonderful call from on our WhatsApp platform, and just some of the comments. Shanna says that's a case of let sleeping dogs and cats lie. No pun intended with the cats, right? It seems sis was. You see, Umar. One pound says she says hotel. Maybe it's a guest house. Look, we have another call once again. Yes, my brother.
Yeah, I couldn't help but listening to what you was wondering. How did she enter and exit the hotel? Now, there's a lot of ways. Take for instance, okay, for an example, let's say you read you. I don't think she's the one who got the hotel room. It could be the man, most likely. So let's say you, Butu, you have your hotel room, and the people who you book the hotel room with or whatever, you booked it a couple of times, so they know your face, they know you. And a lot of times when stuff like that happen, it tend to happen late. So sometimes it could be 1, 2 in the morning. He just walls in with the lady. So the people at the front desk could see, okay, yes, the man going in never really take note of the female that he's going in there with, because obviously if you book a hotel room and you take in somebody in there, the front desk is not obligated to ask you, who is that? What's her name? This, you know what I'm saying? Right. So then if somebody is leaving, if something happened and somebody is leaving the hotel, a lot of people in hotel come and go. They then don't necessarily have to know who is leaving. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they would see somebody going out and excuse me, who are you? Where did you come from? The person is leaving. Maybe if she enter by herself, because I mean I've been in hotels and guest rooms and stuff, and where is the female who paid for it, and I go in and out without people asking me any question. So I just I know there's a lot of people who's wondering, including yourself, wondering how she managed to go and leave without people knowing. Well, that's one of the possibilities, because they don't really they more keep tabs on the one who is the registration is the one who is
who's important
renting
to
the
them.
room.
Yeah, that's who's important to them. And maybe it could be a guest house. They may have said hotel, but it could have been a guest house. How
Well,
this
yeah,
things
it could be a hotel or a guest
sometimes
house.
little to no accountability.
Yeah, true. But I'm just saying. Yeah. So.
All right, my brother.
Yeah.
All
right. Take care, bro.
All right, my brother. Take it easy. All right. So we are going to take a quick break, and after that, we have a call. Someone was trying to call us, but the line was occupied. So we'll take a quick break and then I'm going to read a comment, then call our next caller. Call the last caller. Let's remind folks that Lettre is brought to you by Fruitsy CMOS. You know what they say.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS?
Boy, that CMOS makes you score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsy CMOS? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsy CMOS is full of natural goodness your body needs. CMOS is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. CMOS is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruitsy CMOS. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsy CMOS, you know what they say.
Last year's music was one for the books. This year promises to be even more spectacular. The Cultural Development Foundation presents Musique, a Legends Encore, a heartfelt tribute to some unforgettable artists we've lost, but whose music still lives on. From calypso stalwarts to inimitable soca stars. Come take this journey through the soundtrack of our lives, performed by some of St. Lucia's best love artists: King Desra, Michael Robinson, Sly, Sabans, Arthur Ale, Lucian, Siobhan Seeley, and many more, all backed by the maestro Gregory Piper and the festival band. Musique, a Legends Encore, Saturday, November 29th, 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Early bird tickets, $60. Regular tickets, $80. Pay more at the door. Come celebrate the legends in music, memory, and magic.
Tickets available at the Cell Outlets, Promotech, and CDF office.
When the rain stops, what remains? St. Lucia's dry season is becoming harsher and water is running out faster than ever before. Every drop is precious, but without careful management, we risk losing it all. We must act now. Conserve water every day. Fix leaks. Store rainwater. And use only what you need. Wasco is working on securing our water, but we can't do it alone. Your actions today ensure a better tomorrow. Together, we can weather the dry season and work towards a future with water for all. Water is life. Secure our water and secure our future. For more information, visit wascosindlucia.com.
It's a golden black affair. Nostalgia. A Calypso Vintage Classic Concert. A celebration of St. Cecilia's Day, patron saint of musicians, featuring Lord Nelson. At 94 years young, this Calypso icon will take you on a journey through his timeless hits. Crowd favorites like this. Come experience a living legend live on stage Saturday, November 22nd. The Pavilion on Rodney Bay, 8:30 p.m. Nostalgia. Also performing national icons Lady Spice, Lord Jackson, T.C. Brown, Her Black, Educator, Ashanti, Lady Lynn, Haga, Mighty Terror, Papa Vader, surprise guests, and more. Backed up by Invasion Band with Brad, MC Izai Hall. Nostalgia. Tickets early bird $80, regular $100, $120 at the door. Available online for circlesticket.com. Steve's Barbershop. The Cell Outlets. Nostalgia. Proudly sponsored by Michelle's Electrical, Power 97.9 FM, Choice TV, Landmark, Calabash TV, Creative Arts Management Production Camp, Liberty Media, licensed by Echo. Dress to impress in gold and black and get ready. Because truly, let's have a good time.
Contact Luselect before trimming or cutting down trees that are near overhead electrical wires. Watch out for power lines before you begin working on a ladder. Be sure that ladders or scaffolds are far enough away so that you and the ends of the tools you're using don't come within 10 feet of power lines. And never use any electrical appliance in wet surrounding outdoors or in the rain.
This message is brought to you by Luselect, the power of caring.
In the heart of St. Lucia, where mountains meet the sea, there's a story of resilience, community, and a promise kept for over 50 years. Jeune Credit Union has been a pillar of support and a friend. Together, we've weathered storms and celebrated triumphs, from sponsoring local events to supporting education. Our motto, together we can move mountains, isn't just words. It's a commitment to unity, progress, and shared success. Feel the pride, the belonging, and the warmth of a financial partner that cares. Join us and be part of something extraordinary.
U.S. Polo Association is celebrating 15 years in St. Lucia. Our anniversary sale is here with amazing savings for men, ladies, and kids. Shop polos, denims, dresses, shoes, and more. All at the prices you love. Celebrate with us at U.S. Polo Association, Baywalk Mall, and Castries stores and enjoy authentic style for the entire family. 2 stores, 1 iconic brand, and 15 years of fashion you love. The celebration starts October 15th only at U.S. Polo Association. Live authentically.
Oh yeah, we're back. We are back. We are back. Let's laugh for today, Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. All right. I'm just going to read the letter one more time before I take in a comment. Of course, that'll be from Mara. And then we call a contributor who was trying to call us earlier. So, oh, there we go. Good afternoon. Welcome to Lettre.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Good break from the stress that I'm dealing with today. The lady believes that her responsibility is to her conscience alone. But I think her responsibility is perhaps more than just that.
Mm-hmm.
She was the last one to see this man alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
The police would no doubt be interested in speaking with her,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of death, what, accidental or medical,
Mm-hmm.
was made with insufficient information, right?
Agreed.
Her presence was not taken into account.
Mm-hmm.
They would have questions like, did she see him in distress and fail to call for help? There would be many questions that could change because of death.
As you made that point, caller, because I know you did tune in later and asked me to read that letter again. That was one of the points I brought up to another caller, to our first caller, in that there's also the view, there's also the criminal offense of failing to render help. And if that is a situation, if that could possibly look as a situation as well, and if she does reveal that information, maybe she can be looked at as a suspect, and that whole matter can be changed from a death.
In addition to that, can we give her advice? Mm-hmm. We can't give her advice in this situation. Mm-hmm. I mean, assuming somebody decides to subpoena that letter so they can get all of the information, because that's not a situation that happens often.
Mm-hmm.
And if it happened in St. Lucia, somebody listening would likely recognize that situation, right?
Well, like I said, there was a similar situation probably 10 years, somewhere about 10 years or before ago, where a man was found naked in his vehicle at Shock Beach. And it was ruled I guess the cause of it, I think, may have been a heart attack or something in that respect. But you never know that this might as well be a situation. They just changed it to hotel, for confidential reasons.
Could be, but nobody wrote any radio station to talk about that situation.
Yeah.
But this person has written, and that letter can be obtained to determine who that person is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to happen. St. Lucia is not that thorough in what they do, so I don't think any of that's going to really happen. I think it's probably a done deal.
Mm-hmm.
She would have been better off just calling her therapist, paying her money, and sitting down and speaking to a therapist under that responsibility of confidentiality.
Mm-hmm.
But she's on a radio station asking for guidance in what could be a criminal situation.
Mm-hmm.
And she was ill-advised to do that. She probably should have spoken to her attorney before she sent the letter in, because to me, it's a lot more complex than she thinks it is. Maybe he had a heart attack. Maybe she didn't know what to do. She took off. But the fact that you run leads someone to believe that perhaps there may have been more.
Right.
And I'm not saying that there was, but that's what it's leaving us to believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, and to speak about it now, why put this person's family at even more pain? To take the pain off your conscience, you're going to put it on an innocent family who didn't know anything about you in the first place. I think that's insensitive. I think that's wrong. You have situations like that, go to your therapist, talk to your therapist. Can we give her advice? No, I don't have any advice to her. I won't be an accessory after the fact. I wouldn't do that. There was a death involved. She should have been a little more stand up, take responsibility for her part in being there. And okay, you weren't supposed to be there. Maybe the person was married. Maybe she was married. Maybe they didn't want anybody to know. But at the very least, she could have stuck around until help came or the authorities showed up. But as to what she ought to do, she'll have to deal with her conscience on that one.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Go ahead. All right. Thank you. All right, folks. So we got that, and it's amazing because this person is actually a member of judiciary, and when I made that comment earlier, she did not tune in as yet, and she did ask me to read the letter again. So it's good hearing from you. Now let's read the rest of our comments. Okay, so Anissa says, I think she should seek counseling. I believe the reason she's tormented because she has been grieving by herself. Imagine your significant other passes away and you have no one to comfort or support you. It's grief, not guilt, that's eating her alive. I wouldn't advise telling friends and family, but speak to a therapist. People like to talk. She might tell someone who she thinks is a friend, but then the friend has a friend too. There was no closure on that relationship. The last time she saw him was when she left that room. Never got to say a proper goodbye. That would be torture for me. All right. Someone is asking, good afternoon. Hey, good afternoon, Sabina. Good afternoon to you. She asked, Team RCI, hey. She just joined Mr. Letter. Is it possible to read again? I was actually about to read that letter again before that caller, whom I was going to call after I read the letter, called. So I'm about to read it, and here it goes, Sabina. Just for you. All right. It says, Dear Lettre, I hope you're doing well. I'm reaching out because I'm carrying a heavy burden, and I truly need your advice and perspective. Some time ago, I became involved in a relationship that I am not proud of with someone who was married. During a meeting at a hotel, the person I was with suffered a sudden medical emergency and passed away. In a moment of fear, shock, and panic, I made a terrible decision. I left the scene without reporting what had happened. I later learned that the cause of death was ruled as a medical condition, and the authorities did not pursue the matter further. The story has since been covered by the media. While the identity of the person has been revealed, the fact that I was there and who I am has never been made public. No one from law enforcement has contacted me, and my family, friends, and colleagues are unaware of my involvement. I have been living with overwhelming guilt, shame, and anxiety. I am struggling with whether I should share the truth with those close to me, knowing it could cause deep hurt and change their perception of me forever. At the same time, staying silent feels dishonest, and the weight of this secret is becoming unbearable. I'm deeply conflicted. Should I tell my family and close friends the truth, or is it better to keep this to myself since the matter has legally been closed and revealing it now could do more harm than good? I am not looking for judgment, only sincere guidance. I value your wisdom and I trust your honesty. Thank you for taking the time to read this. I would appreciate any thoughts you can share. All right, that one especially for Sabina. You're most welcome. Now let's see what our Facebook soldiers are saying. £1 says, "Caller, you don't." That's not how you spell subpoena, brother. £1 says you don't subpoena people here in St. Lucia. Sim says, if there was a camera in the hallway, they would spot the people leaving or entering the room. Anissa says, if it didn't happen with you, then it would be his wife. So either way, that's how he was supposed to kick the bucket. So don't blame yourself, ma'am. Anissa says, he had problems, look painkiller. Mara says, it seems this was given a movie style. I think we read all that. I think she says she describes her as Catwoman to describe the way she would have left the hotel without being noticed. Sabina says, thanks. She should seek counseling. And yes, I think that is a wonderful idea, but some people seek counseling through their friends and rather through the professionals. Let me see, is there anything else on our WhatsApp, our Facebook Live? Okay, on him private, forget. Okay, we've seen this. All right, so the next comment is, writer, the big lesson there is to stop messing with married men. Only married women, writer. Mess with married women, not married men. No, well, on a serious note, I think that seemed to be a common thread among a few of our contributors, in that she messed with a married man. That's so, had it been her man or somebody she probably was in a relationship with and she wouldn't have to hide, she would not be dealing with all this shame and stuff that she's dealing with now. So I guess that's a fair point. I don't know how you're going to stop people from going around with married people, but that's another story. She says telling friends will not help. She needs professional help, and quite agreed. If you'll ask my take on it, I think I'll give my take a little later as we end the show. We have just about 4 minutes left before we take our next break and return with the final segment of Lettre. Kevin Charles says, so that's the question. Is it a sneaky link thing? Well, apparently it is, Kelvin, because she said the man was married and then she left, I guess, out of fear when whatever it is happened to him. So sneaky link, whatever you want to term it, jabal, side woman, side piece, side chick, whatever it is, that's what it is, a sneaky links. I haven't heard that term being used in a while. You see how fads just come and go in no time. Sneaky link. All right, folks, I think we're just going to take a break right now and come back with the final segment of Lettre. What do you think? Lettre is brought to you by Fruitsy CMOS, folks, and you know what they say.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS?
Boy, that CMOS makes you score runs,
So what do the experts say about Fruitsy CMOS? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsy CMOS is full of natural goodness your body needs. CMOS is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. CMOS is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prague.
And that's what they say about Fruitsy CMOS. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsy CMOS, you know what they say.
Contact Select before trimming or cutting down trees that are near overhead electrical wires. Watch out for power lines before you begin working on a ladder. Be sure that ladders or scaffolds are far enough away so that you and the ends of the tools you're using don't come within 10 feet of power lines. And never use any electrical appliance in wet surrounding outdoors or in the rain.
This message is brought to you by Select, the power of caring.
In the heart of St. Lucia, where mountains meet the sea, there's a story of resilience, community, and a promise kept for over 50 years. Jeune Credit Union has been a pillar of support and a friend. Together, we've weathered storms and celebrated triumphs, from sponsoring local events to supporting education. Our motto, together we can move mountains, isn't just words. It's a commitment to unity, progress, and shared success. Feel the pride, the belonging, and the warmth of a financial partner that cares. Join us and be part of something extraordinary.
It's a golden black affair. Nostalgia. A Calypso Vintage Classic Concert. A celebration of St. Cecilia's Day, patron saint of musicians, featuring Lord Nelson. At 94 years young, this Calypso icon will take you on a journey through his timeless hits. Crowd favorites like this. Come experience a living legend live on stage Saturday, November 22nd, the Pavilion on Rodney Bay, 8:30 p.m. Nostalgia. Also performing National Icon, Lady Spice, Lord Jackson, T.C. Brown, The Black Educator, Ashanti, Lady Lynn, Haga, Mighty Terror, Papa Vader, surprise guest, and more. Backed up by Invasion Band with Brad, MC Izai Hall. Nostalgia. Tickets early bird $80, regular $100, $120 at the door. Available online for circlesticket.com. Steve's Barbershop, The Cell Outlets. Nostalgia. Proudly sponsored by Michelle's Electrical, Power 97.9 FM, Choice TV, Landmark, Calabash TV, Creative Arts Management Production Camp, Liberty Media, licensed by Echo. Dress to impress in gold and black and get ready, because truly, let's have a good time.
Hansen is having our pre-Christmas sale from October 22nd in our Rodney Bray and Miku Street branches. This is your chance to get your hands on premium men's fashion. Shirts, jeans, shoes, accessories, all at unbeatable prices. This is your moment to upgrade your wardrobe before the Christmas rush. Sale starts October 22nd, up to 70% off store-wide. Only at Hansen, Rodney Bay, and Miku Street.
U.S. Polo Association is celebrating 15 years in St. Lucia. Our anniversary sale is here with amazing savings for men, ladies, and kids. Shop polos, denims, dresses, shoes, and more. All at the prices you love. Celebrate with us at U.S. Polo Association, Baywalk Mall, and Castry stores and enjoy authentic style for the entire family. 2 stores, 1 iconic brand, and 15 years of fashion you love. The celebration starts October 15th only at U.S. Polo Association. Live authentic.
Are you ready to play Let's Bet by the St. Lucia National Lottery? Here's how you can get started. Step 1. Add funds to your account. Simply tap on the Add Funds to Account button on the home screen. Step 2. To add funds, visit any of our St. Lucia National Lottery agents island-wide and ask for a top-up. Once you have it, type in the serial number from your receipt and tap Submit. Step number 3. Now return to the homepage and choose the bet you want to make. Tap on the odds you prefer or select from our range of bet types. Finally, step 4. Head to the Place tab, select your desired bet amount, and tap one-click buy. And just like that, you're ready to play in Let's Bet. Brought to you by the St. Lucia National Lottery, changing lives.
All right, we're back with our final segment of Lettre for today, Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. Where the year almost ended. Basically, we only have about 6 weeks left till Christmas. Yeah, just about 6 weeks left till Christmas. What are you doing? What are you doing with your Christmas? Let me tell you, ladies, let me advise you, stay away from married men in hotels, especially if they're much older than you. You never know what could happen. All right, so let me see what our Facebook soldiers says. I did see a conversation between Anissa and the rest. She says, "Oh, I think we will look at a term to describe the tryst," and she says, "Well, they both agreed to it, and they must have given it a name, but dead men tell no tales." Me say, y'all. Is there a time where you can laugh at someone's death? Does it have like a statute of limitations? All right. So let me see. Kelvin says, Mara and Anissa, behave yourselves. Yeah, them two shabins just causing trouble in their life there. Is it a sneaky leak thing? All right. So essentially, if you're just joining us, Gasa, I more lost £1, but I still don't want no cat. So before I go and meet my maker. All right. My take on it as we look to close, we have just about 12 minutes left, about 10 minutes, over 10 minutes left. I think my take on it is, my darling, seek professional help, seek counseling. I don't think, like some of our contributors and callers said earlier, I don't think if you're trying to avoid the public shame and embarrassment and even the rumor, I think that it's best that if you take it to, if you're a Christian, go to a priest. If you're a non-believer, you can still go to a priest, but there are also psychologists, psychotherapists, and counselors available to guide you through whatever you're going. I believe that it is a conglomeration of things that's actually eating at you. The guilt of the fact that he's a married man, and I'm assuming that not only a wife, but he may have children and a family. So that's even number one, the children finding out, or if it comes out the father died because he was being intimated at a hotel room, intimate with another woman, And for the question, did they not question why he was in the hotel room? Did they not question? I wonder. Did his family not question why he was in the hotel room? The police, there's things missing in that letter. I think the other part of what's causing you all this pain again is the shame and the guilt. Your family, you don't want your family to judge you in any, like you said in the letter, you don't want your family to judge you or think of you as any bad person, wicked person. But if you know your intentions, your heart, your intentions are pure, I think that should remove a bit of the worry in that situation. But I still think that you should, at the time it happened, no matter what the situation is, he's a married man, you would deal with the repercussions later, because you could have been in a position to save the man's life. You could have been in a position to save his life, whether it be through calling the emergency services, or if you're able to administer CPR, to someone suffering from a heart attack, or even calling front desk, having them call the police or something. If it's at a hotel, they must have medical staff. So I could see why you may even feel partly responsible for his death. Now remember, that's a criminal offense too. So you have to be very, very, very careful. If you choose to go public with it, how you go public with it, who you tell, and what you do. So my advice is to seek help. Set your mind at ease. And if setting your mind at ease means seeking help from someone, professional, through the church, whatever it is, do that first. But also understand that the situation in itself may have been one where it can attract criminal charges, depending again on how long ago that was. And if the police decide now, if it comes down, the police decide they're going to look further into that death, and it wasn't just a natural death. But that's my advice to you. How do you save this life? You all will have dealt with the other stuff later. I think life, preservation of life, is more important than any shame that you can experience. Kevin says, make so Marisa shopping too. No wonder her power show so. Black man, £1 for shopping for true. Anissa says, if his family didn't know, now they do, because this doesn't happen every day. So someone who knows the family is listening to this show. Well, look, I'm gonna ask me no question, because I know where that letter come from. That letter come from. All right, folks, we have just about 8 minutes left. Remind you that you can call. You still have a bit of time to call. It's 452-3046, or our WhatsApp line 724-0008. Hey, Mark says, good afternoon, family. Mig says, if she was in the act, that could be very traumatic, triggering her anxiety. That's a good point. It really is a sad situation. It really is a sad situation, Kelvin, because as Tafari, when he called earlier, he said so. I think he did sort of not admonish, but then he did say that it was no laughing matter, and we have a life, we have a life gone there, um, and we have someone who's tormented, and you never know. Sometimes these things can lead to even deeper repercussions, personal repercussions, like the thoughts of suicide and self harm, if she hasn't, if that already hasn't crossed her mind, although she hasn't said indicated as much in the letter. But these are true consequences of holding things like that inside. We've seen it over and over and over again. So I'm hoping, writer, that you can seek and find the help that you need. And I hope that the help that you find is actually able to help you get over that situation, get past that situation, and live your life normally. Are you with someone now? Are you single? Do you have kids? I think this is where your focus should lie. That person is done and gone. It's not like the two of you have a future together. I don't want to sound insensitive, but you're dwelling on something that doesn't exist anymore. So if you have kids, if you have a partner, I think this is where your energy is much better spent. But I do hope that this situation did not deter you from having a partner, because I can understand the psychological toll that it may have on you after experiencing, and hope. My only actual experience with death as a human being was, of a human being, and being there was in 1997 when my paternal grandmother died. I was actually at the hospital, near hospital bed, and when she got the other heart attack, and she was calling my name. So that was a very traumatic experience for me. Obviously, I wouldn't say I got over it, but then, as they say, life goes on. So I'm hoping for you, my friend, you writer, that life will go on and you don't hold on to any guilt. Chances are that his whatever affliction, whatever medical condition that he experienced was inevitable. It just happened to be at the time that you were together. Maybe that could have happened while he was at his home at that same time, but but in a different setting. You understand? So it's easier said than done, than to tell you don't beat yourself up for it. But then you need to find the help you need that will help you not beat yourself too much up on it. Kevin says, honestly, writer, just seek the Almighty and you will find peace. You sound like a pastor, my brother. Seek the Almighty and you will have peace. Great contribution. All right, folks, it's 4:56 p.m. A little under 4 minutes left. I'm still inviting you to call in, send your WhatsApp messages, the Facebook Live, the real page of official page of Radio Caribbean International. Just let us know what you think about the situation, any advice for that situation. And I guarantee we have another letter in train for y'all already next week, I have another letter in train for y'all next week. It there, because the letter's been coming in fast and furious. So next week, if I give you a preview of it next week, let me make sure I find that letter so I don't spread any false information. So you could tell a friend to be here. To be here for Lettre. Oh, is that a ring? Is that a ring? All right. Looks like a line was ringing and the person stopped calling. Let me see if I can find that letter for next week and give you an idea of what we have in store. So next week's letter is about a man who's married for 25 years and he's worked in and out of overseas, but the man he have 3 different women. All right. And Christmas coming and he coming down to his wife, but his other women coming down too, and all them want to see him and spend time with him. So fellas, Kelvin, Blackman, Mark, everybody, all the boys, £1, all of y'all on the live. That story, that letter next week is for y'all, That letter next weigh is for y'all. You'll have to weigh in on that. How can a man survive with a wife and three other women for the Christmas when you have to spend all that intimate time together? So, folks, as I wrap up, I just like to say that there we have okay. Migs the man, hey, Grip, Greg, you're wrong. Migs the man, family, and the police knew very well the man took an overdose of something to participate in his sexual act, and maybe they thought he died after she left. Was trying to call. You can still call, my brother. You can still call. Come on. That was you that called a while ago. We always have time for you. Always have time. So if you can call on WhatsApp. Let me see if I can call you on the WhatsApp. Yeah, man. Let me see if I can call our brother Greg.
Yeah, my brother.
My brother, talk to me. You said you were trying to call.
Yeah, well, that was just the point that I was coming to make, you know. Maybe the guy, well, not maybe. I think both the police and the guy's family knew exactly what happened. And I think that they thought that the man died after the girl left. So they didn't make any arrest or they didn't question anything because, you know, those things happen. Maybe you go in a hotel with somebody and you do what you do and the person leave and then you stay there by yourself and you pass out after. So it could be a case. It could be a case like that.
You sound like you sound like you have a you may know something more than you let on about that matter.
Well, through my age of growing up, I learn a lot of things. I study people. I listen to people. I listen to conversations, and I learn. I usually hang out by older men than I am, so I learn something. Not younger men, because they ain't teaching me anything.
So what do old men teach you?
Things like that, brother, man. Things like that.
They teach you how to pop pills. I hope they teach you how to pop pills, brother.
Nah. They have me how to pop pills, but I know most of them popping pills.
Let me tell you that. You see that grocery bus stop there? I can tell you for sure. You see that grocery bus stop there? They have enough fellas on that bus stop popping pills. I can tell you that.
Well, that I know for sure. I know that for sure.
You probably call you yes, huh?
But I think that is the case, man. I think they thought the man died after the person left.
Yeah,
you
well,
know, because there's no evidence that there was somebody there because they didn't meet anybody.
Yeah, that is true.
But there's evidence that something went down.
Well, the woman is confirming that he died while she was there. Basically, that's what the letter is suggesting.
She died. Only she knows that. Nobody else knows that. But she left him there naked, right?
You are correct.
So it's obvious he was doing something.
Yeah. Yep. All right, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very, 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 very much.
You don't have to join the force to be an investigator.
Yes, I'll be inquisitive.
You just have to be knowledgeable.
So but my brother, sorry, I shouldn't let you get off the phone like that just yet without asking you what's your advice for the young lady.
Well, everybody tell us seek counseling, but a lot of the times we seek counseling is not what they tell us, is what is within our thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the times counseling don't really play no role for you. I can tell you that. Just,
all right. Okay, my brother.
It's your thoughts within yourself. You decide on your own what you want to do.
That's between you and your
move
conscience.
on from there.
Yep. All right, my brother. Thank you very, very, very much, and have a good afternoon, a wonderful afternoon.
Yeah, man. You too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, folks, we've come to the end of Lettre for today, Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. I'm your host, Miguel Favre, aka Butu. Just to inform you that I will not be there for Youth Unplugged tomorrow. There is a very important funeral which I have to attend. It's, of course, the late Jennifer Gastor, who was also a colleague, a volunteer with Nemo, and very, very woman loved by many. She was very involved in sport in the community of Grocery, and of course music and calypso. So tomorrow we'll be laying to rest Miss Jennifer Gastor. So until this Sunday for Youth Unplugged, I am Miguel Favre. Oh, Kelvin, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. He says it was a nice show. I think it was a nice show as well. And thank you very much to all of you who called and contributed. I really appreciate it. Goodbye. See you next week.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsissimos, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about fruit.